It's becoming more and more important to have different user interface across different screen sizes, even on different devices like tablets or mobile device. As our web page is responsive and it can respond on any screen size, even on any device. To check that, we can go to File and then Preview in browser, and then by changing the browser window. But there is another method within the Dreamweaver, turning on the live view, and then you can customize the design view by just clicking and dragging it. And take a look at the dimensions of this window. You can see these dimensions right here. As our web page is responding to any dimensions. But there is another method to check this. Take a look at this section here. Here you can see three icons. The first one is the desktop, and the second one is the tablet, and the third one is the mobile size. If I click on the desktop icon, you can see our web page in a desktop. This is just like we are viewing our web page on a desktop. And if I click on the tablet size, then it means we are previewing our web page in a tablet screen size. And if I click on the mobile size, then we can preview this web page just like we view this page in a mobile device. And as you can see that our web page is looking great on different screen sizes. To turn off this desktop view, just click on it again. And now we are in our basic design view. Let's view this web page again across different screen sizes and analyze our content. If I click on desktop view, our web page is looking great. If I click on the tablet view, again our web page responds to that screen size and looking good. But if I click on the mobile size, then take a look at the web page. First, take a look at the header or this text. This text is being cut off and I need to scroll to view the full text. And the second one is the section. The section is taking the 60% of this window. And this will be very small on a mobile device. And this is why our web page is not looking great on mobile device. And for this, we will create a mobile version of this web page or website. And for this, we will create a media query. That media query will query the device, even the browser window, and then that will display a different layout of our web page. Let's turn off the mobile view, and now we are going to create a mobile version of this web page. And for this, we need a different style sheet, and that style sheet will contain those properties which we want to be changed in the mobile view. One more thing I want to show you here is the dimensions of different screens. Look at here, the desktop size width is 1000 pixels and the tablet size window is 768 by 1024 pixel. And for the mobile size, the dimensions are 480 into 800 pixels. Moreover, you can view this page in different screen sizes. Even you can edit the screen sizes which are been set for the tablet or mobile device. Let's move ahead and create a new CSS file for the mobile version of our web page or website. And for this, go to the sources, and here you can see the plus icon. And to create a new CSS file, just click on the plus icon and you can see the different options here. Here you can attach an existing CSS file or you can create a new CSS file. I'll go ahead and create a new CSS file. So selecting that, and then you will see this box. Here first you have to choose the directory of the new CSS file. Means where do you want to save that CSS file. And to choose that, click on the browse, and then here you can see that we are in our CSS folder, which is in our my first website folder or our website root folder. If you are not here and want to go to the site root folder, just click on this site root. If I click on it, then you can see that we are here in my first website folder, and here is the CSS folder which we have created. Just select that, and we want to create a new CSS file in this directory. Then select the name for it. I will choose mobile.css. Then click on the save. Now if I click on the OK, the new CSS file will be created. But that CSS file will be simple, just like as we have stylesheet.css file. As you can see here, we want this CSS file for the mobile version of our website, and for this you have to set the condition for the CSS. Just click on it, and then in the conditions options you can see different conditions, and for our web page I will select the maximum width. Select that, and then you have to put the maximum width of the window. Let's choose it 768. Why I choose maximum width? I am covering the two devices, mobile and the tablet. Means this CSS will work on the mobile and the tablet, because we know that our mobile and the tablets comes under 768 pixels width. If you could not understand, don't worry. You will understand when I will apply some changes in this CSS file. So selecting the 768 pixels, click on the OK. And now here you can see that in our CSS designer panel and in the sources, two different style sheets. The first one is the style sheet, which is our main CSS file. If I click on it, then you can see all the styles which are defined in this style sheet. And the second one is the mobile CSS file, which we have just created. And you can see that it is showing that it will work up to maximum width of 768 pixels. And if I click on it, then you can see that in the selectors there is no style defined in this style sheet. The design view is showing the pixels less than 768. So select that to full size, and also you can see that the Dreamweaver window is showing the two CSS files. The first one is the style sheet CSS. If I click on it, then you can see all styles and their properties here. And if I click on the mobile, then you can see that it is empty. Okay, so now let's get started to make a new layout of our web page. First, take a look at the section. And here in the selectors, you can see the section selector. Just right click on it and then select go to code. Then this will go to the style sheet CSS file, and in this CSS file it will show the section properties. We want to apply changes on the section. So select the section selector and all of its properties. Go to the edit and then copy it and select the mobile CSS file and paste that section properties here. Now for the mobile version of our web page, first I want to change the width of the section to be 90%. I can change it from the code, or I can also change it from the properties panel from here. So let's choose 90%. Now go to the design view and select the mobile view in the live view, and here you can see that our section width has been changed from 60% to 90%. Also, I want to change the transparency of the section. This will be better in some case of sun glares, and this will be easy to read. So select the mobile CSS file and change its transparency from 80% to 100%, and for this enter 1. Go to the live view, and here you can see now our section has no transparency. And take a look at the visually powerful, intellectually elegant text. This text is being cut off, and I want this text to be at next line. As we know that this is our header, so just go to the selectors, select header, and right click on it and select go to code. And here this is the header properties. Select the header selector, copy it, and then in the mobile CSS file, click at the end of the code and then hit the enter key for a couple of times and paste that code here. Here look at the width of the header. This is 748 pixels. Let's change its width from 748 pixels to 500 pixel. Now go to the design view, and here you can see that now this text has been moved to the next line. After doing this, you can see that our section is very near to the text, and now we need to change the top margin of the section. Go to the code view, and in the mobile CSS and in the section, look at the top margin is 254 pixel. Change it from 254 to say 290 pixels. Go to the design view and then select the mobile view, and here you can see that now this is looking much better. Also look at the background of the web page, which is not looking good, and we know that our background also change its dimensions with the screen size or browser window. I also want to change it, and we know that that is in the body. Select the body in the selectors, right click on it and go to code, and here you can see the body selector. Select this and go to edit, copy it, and in the mobile CSS, click at the end of the code, hit the enter, and then select paste. And now you can see that our background size is cover. We need to change it from cover to auto. Select this text and delete this text, and now you can see that the code will show us the values which you can set for this property. So I will select the auto and then complete it by inserting semicolon. Now go to the design view, and now here you can see that our web page is looking much better than before for the mobile and tablet version. As I have made some changes, so let's go to the file, and now instead of save, I'll select the save all related files, because this web page is relating mobile CSS file and style sheet CSS file. Select the save all related files and then preview this web page in browser. Select the Firefox. Now if I change the dimensions of the browser, and you can see that if the browser window width becomes less than 768 pixels, it will apply mobile CSS files properties. Our header text has been moved to the next line, and section has no transparency, and also it is covering 90% of the window. And now we have created a mobile version of our web page. Another thing I want to show you here is that we have not used some properties in the section header and body, and these are the properties which we did not use. So just get rid of them. And I also did not use this property, so delete this one. And also in the header I did not use these properties, so delete these one, and also delete this property. And in the body I did not use these properties, so delete these properties. So these are the properties which we used in our mobile CSS file. And whenever the browser window is less than 768 pixel, these properties will be replaced with the properties of the style sheet CSS file. Like here in style sheet CSS file, in the body you can see that background size is cover, but whenever the browser width or the device width is less than 768 pixel, this property will be replaced by the mobile CSS property here.